So making our way up to planet Gilst, and we have a new seemingly temporary alliance right now with the girl that I know caught a lot of people's attention last week, which is Homura, which finding out as well that with Weiss is like, oh, this chick actually has ether gear as well, and it seems like a lot of players are being more set up to her, and also as well talking about the, I guess, some of our villains for this arc, which is Loghouse. So let's talk about Fish Boy, weird ass like balding guy, and Jin, I guess, because with the entire group, I'm like, okay, this is our baddies for, I guess, this arc, or at least seemingly some of our antagonists on there. Not to mention as well, we've got a very gorgeous color page as well, which, to be there, I really love a set of everyone together. Like, I think it's a really nice one. Not to mention, this was a pretty long chapter as well. Like, the fact that I think it was like around about 27 odd pages or so of content. So, quite a lot to actually go into on there with this chapter. So, we get there, immediately we get to see that Rebecca's there with a lot of the other B-Cubers, and we get to find out with our weird fish dude with mustache is Ganoff. The guy that has his nips out on there is just with like this press here. I think his name was like Moscow, and it's like they're referring themselves as a mercenary group known as Loghouse, and that they are apparently referring to Master Sisters Knights. That's what they're kind of referring themselves to, and Jin is part of them as well, but we can clearly see as well that like he seemingly does not really care for like Ganoff and Moscow is kind of like jovial and goofing around, and the fact that he's like trying to like actually like torture these girls. Like he's like, when Rebecca goes to actually defend one of them, like he actually starts like tightening like all the reins on them, and he's just like, Jin just grabs like the little device and he just goes, just knock it off, just don't damage the goods right now. And it's like, we got nothing of that like right now, and he's like, shut like he's talking there, and he's like, you know, you're acting pretty high and mighty for someone that just brought one girl. And he's just like, well, I got in the way because there was some gravity little kid roaming around who uses ether like gear. And it's like, huh, and like immediately Rebecca catches on, so it's like Shiki then knows. He knows about like at least then like seemingly being taken out here, and it's just like, well, we're gonna have to hide out a little bit here. And like even as well, like she is on Rebecca's side, if anything, on there. Like she's like, oh no, I actually love a lot of your people's videos and everything, like all these like B-Cubers, and talking about like, you know, that they're big fans of them, and saying that, you know, like, I watch your video, really inspired to be a lot like you people around here. And you find it saying like, oh, sorry, we've never actually heard about you, Rebecca. And it's like, yeah, I don't really have a lot of people, which you see, like, there's like people there with like near 2 million, like 250,000 on there, and then this Rebecca, and it's just like, she has 105. So it's like, to be fair, that's more than most people ever get in Let's Describe Otherwise. So you can't really complain. Like, you know, you still have that. Everyone starts from somewhere, and I guess, you know, that's a whole little inspiration of saying, you know, I want more people like to get further on, and you know what, maybe this might help her whole little subscriber thing. I think saving a bunch of famous people might actually include that. But going back to Shiki's side of the story, since like hers was more like just encouraging like a lot of the B-Cubers and saying like, guys, we can make it through this, we just got to calm down. It's like, don't worry, we're gonna get some people to get us out of here. Like that was her whole thing, and it's like, we need to get here and all that, like get to Gilst, and it's like, oh, we need to get there. But apparently, like, it used to be a tourist destination, but recently it's become like a more of a criminal hub place, where it's like, we need to get there right now. And you know, we get to see like immediately they're talking, it's like, we need to, like, Evil's like, look, we need to get like I understand that and all that, but it's like there's a limit to what we can do and what my powers can do at the moment. It's like, if it's time like this, I wish we had Sister and Eden's life. And it's like, look, Sister has the power to heal everyone, so we can't do really anything on like on the topic of like taking care of Happy. He's really busted up, so it's like, we need exactly on the topic. It's like, I am referred to as the Shield of Eden. It's my job to protect the ship. And then we have the others and all that, which are Valkyrie, Eden's Sword, and then Hermit, which is known as the Heart of Eden. So there's kind of hinting a little bit more about what exactly these other members and all that like we've got. So we've already got the fact that we got the shield, the sword, the heart already on there, and the life out of everyone. So it's kind of like interesting. I want to see a little bit more of like more of these people down the road, see what they got kind of got more into. And one thing that they even mentioned as well, and they try and hint something at Pino as well, saying that you might just become the successor model for Eden's Light. So it's like, okay, so like maybe this is going to be a little bit thing for the future, whereas like this is what Pino's function is going to be on the ship, so we're going to have to see whether or not where that goes later down on the line. But one thing that they're going down is like, we need to get there right now, and it's just like, we fly without a plan, we're not going to be able to stay there. And it's like, Weiss comes in with that girl that we saw last chapter, and it's like, you guys need to cool down. And like, Weiss's whole plan originally was like, okay, I'm bailing, I'm getting out of this ship, I'm done, like, he was going to go his own way. Then he caught the whole thing about Rebecca, and then this girl as well, which is like, who the hell are you? And she refers to herself as Homura, and it's like, I'm not your enemy, and I just needed to find the Demon King, which she has a very weird little gimmick where it's like, when she talks about someone, she just happens to like speak whatever's on her mind, and it's just like, and immediately she's just like, yeah, no, that's just how I am. Right now I'm being harshly judged by a very suspicious person right now, and it's like, who are you, and all that, and it's like, immediately it's like, she can't keep secrets, she's like, I can't say at the moment, and it's like, I want to battle the Demon King. So that's her whole thing at the moment. It's like, if you're a member of that crew and all that, like, I need you to, like, in exchange for that, I will help you rescue those people that got taken away. I swear on that on my life. However, I want my business done with the Demon King, so we don't know exactly what her whole ordeal is yet. And it's just like, and apparently there's a condition as well that Weiss has put on, and it's like, they haven't talked yet about what exactly that is. So they even say, like, look, regardless and all that, it's like, I'm not after Shiki's life, I'm not after, like, killing him or, like, mainly destroying it. I just want to do battle with him, and it's like, goals aside and all that, I'm here to lend aid and all that to those that were taken away. And it's like, well, what can you exactly do? And then she reveals to herself, like, to everyone, it's like, I have ether gear as well, and apparently it looks a little similar. Like, it looks like we haven't really seen a more of the pattern of knowledge thing, like, whether or not that be something like Shiki's one, so maybe they might be referring to, like, oh, is it the same kind of ether gear that he has, or someone else. I'm very curious to see what more her abilities is. Like, she's a very weird character. I do like her design a lot. Like, I think she's, like, really, like, interesting. I really just like the Yukata look on her, and she's, like, really, like, her whole manner of speech and, like, her mannerisms and all that have been all kind of really weird and kooky, but curious to see a little bit more to her down in the future, and, like, how the chapter ends with, like, we're on Gilst, and, hey, it's a shithole, and there are bodies everywhere, and it's like, oh, Rebecca, please get out of there. I mean, overall, like, it was still more setting up the tables for the chapter. I think, honestly, like, for the most part, this was a fine chapter. I wasn't overly blown away from it, but it's like, again, like, maybe it's because we're still at the part where it's like, I like Jin so far from what I've seen out, but the rest of the logout are fucking jokes, and it's like, again, I still want to see something a little bit more interesting. I mean, the fact that this one's a little bit more focusing on Rebecca, and then again, we still don't know how much more that's going to involve Lavila, what she's going to be doing on her end, like, because again, this seems like the perfect time to address a little bit more of the Lavila and Rebecca kind of little situation that they're in, so who knows. But I'm very curious to what you think in the comment section down below. But that is all for me. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys though next time.